channel. Bobiddle. That's not Bobiddle. That was a Z06. You're stuck here with my friend Bradley Ray. What's up, dude?
What's happening, Ben? How are y'all today?
Dude, I think these people, every time they see this building, they gotta be doing good. And we've got a pretty legit ride to share with these folks. Before we get there, let's get y'all's info on the bottom of the screen. monarchshowroom.com. Go and check them out. Now, all of these vehicles aren't on the website, right?
That's right, not all of them.
Not
Some
all.
of them aren't for sale, but most of them are.
Most of them are. And as a theory, if you really want one, I'm sure if you make an offer, you probably convince someone to give it up.
Everything is negotiable.
Everything nice. Everything is negotiable. Well, what are we looking at here today, buddy?
So this is our 2016 Roush Stage 3 car. This is actually a super nice example. It has some of the features that not all of the Stage 3s have, like tech package, so it has hot and cold seats, the Mach stereo system. This one actually has an even hotter stereo than that. It's got a couple of subs in the back.
Oh, nice. Well, don't give all the story away right off the bat. What we usually do is we start in the trunk and we'll move our way forward. So if you mind,
we can do that.
We'll get in there and see. Oh, look, I like how the Roush lights up on the thing there.
Oh, yeah.
So we make our way in, and boom, you were not kidding.
So when you're old school like us and cars drive by with the booming system, this is still actually got that in it.
It's got, and dude, you know, honestly, there's a fair amount of room left. They did a good job of keeping that thing secured up against the wall there, and there's definitely enough room for a golf bag to slip in.
For sure, it's a usable car still by all means. A little extra cool thing that you get from Roush is a full toolkit, which is old BMW. It's old BMW.
It is,
guys.
dude.
We love this kind of stuff,
We
right?
do. Look, it's got gloves. It's got the wow. It's got a bunch of stuff.
It's got a 10mm in it. Even if you lose yours, there's the next one in here. You can always come get it.
That's hilarious.
But this is a cool little feature that these cars get.
I like, you know, and I like. It's kind of part of this lifestyle is a little bit of concierge stuff, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's definitely one of the concierge-y type things.
Totally.
That Roush offers, and you know, just to make sure everybody knows, this is a Roush, and like he was saying earlier, it's a pretty spec'd up one.
Yeah, there is a large difference. I mean, you see a lot of these cars, and the dealership may have installed the supercharger or installed some of the body kit and different things like that, but this car actually came this way, had a little over a $71,000 MSRP, so all this stuff was legit on this car as a build.
So when that happens, is that a dealer has bought it, or no, not a dealer, a customer has ordered it straight from factory? This is how they wanted it before they even saw it. They didn't want to get to the local dealer then ship it off to Roush.
That's right. So these dealers are Celine, Roush, you know, Hennessy, these other deals. That's a contract that's signed with a franchise store. They get allocation to build some of their Mustangs, some of their Raptors, whatever, into these specs, and that's where that comes from.
Nice. Well, let's dive into the interior just a little bit. I'm gonna have you start it up and show us some of the exhaust differences. But before we get there, I like to show folks our door cards. Nice little cross stitching. And what year is this thing again?
This is a 2016.
So that's a pretty old car. Well, that's 8 years old now. So I'm surprised this stuff doesn't look too outdated, which is nice.
This was considered a premium, so it started life as a GT premium when it left Ford. So all the extra leather and appointment on there would have been part of the GT premium, but then you're going beyond with the lighted parts, the stitching on the seats.
You got the floor mat, and the stitching is nice, and it's leather and this Alcantara or faux Alcantara, nice stitching all the way through.
And those are heated and cooled too, so there are summer and winter seats on there.
Well, and it is a manual, which is one of the things we always make sure.
Absolutely, got to have extras, got to have an extra pedal.
Right. So all right, so you're gonna hop in here, and it's gonna start up in the quiet mode, right?
Yeah, we'll start it up in quiet mode,
and then we'll be able to shift to loud mode, I guess, afterwards.
It'll probably cold start with the valves open, but.
Oh wow! It has a different. There is a significant difference
in this track.
Whoa! Dude, definitely a significant difference.
And then back to quiet.
That's like, that almost sounds broken in that quiet mode.
Yeah.
Compared to the other ones,
those baffles are trying to stay closed under pressure there.
It's weird. It's very loud, and like that quiet mode is interesting.
Your neighbors will appreciate that early in the
Yeah,
morning.
you're right. All right, he popped that hood so we could climb under here and see what a Roush Stage 3 really is, other than some of the interior appointments. Stage 3 really means that.
Yeah, 2.3 liter Whipple charger on there that is a Ford Racing Performance Parts piece. So all these bits that these cars get are technically available over the counter at a Ford dealership. But this one is completed and it has the number badging that you see there. So that's what signifies it as an official build.
Tower too.
Yeah.
And wow, that's a pretty sizable supercharger. Would you say 2.3 liter?
2.3 liters on there. It's bigger than a lot of Honda motors, so
Right.
it's pretty good displacement. Pushes this car to 670 horsepower. We've counted them. They're all there.
They're all there. He counted them.
They're all there. Lots of brakes. The big Brembo
I was
brakes
about to
are
say,
part
but
of it.
what
Yeah,
stops
yeah.
this thing?
So it's got monster upgraded brakes.
Oh, wow, you're right. Really feel the whole wheel there for
They
the most
do.
part.
And those 20-inch polished wheels, like chrome wheels are cool. I'm always a big fan of polished wheels, and Roush does a good job with that.
Yeah, I love the look. Definitely love the look. And then you got, it's upside down, but you can see their badge is in and a part of the wheel design, which is so cool. So, like, how many miles you say this thing has?
Just turned 30,000 miles.
Okay, so it's pretty low mileage
Low
for
miles.
being an 8-year-old vehicle. It's a cruiser, right? I mean, given it has all the stuff to hit the track, right?
Yeah.
Because it has suspension differences and stuff, right?
It does, yeah. All the suspension, a lot like a Celine, so there's a lot of upgrading, visual and underneath the car that you don't see, just like a Celine would
Right.
have. But yeah, no, I've driven this car for a couple weeks myself. Totally comfortable. It's not unruly. It doesn't want to fight you in the rain, but it does have plenty of power if you want to turn the traction control off and get after it. Of course, this later generation Mustangs had a lot of cool things where you could adjust how firm the steering was.
Right. It's
It was-
got all the buttons on the inside.
Yeah, so there's a lot of ways to personalize this to how you want it to drive.
Well, and it's clean. That's kind of the other thing.
Yep.
It's super clean from every angle. It just looks.
You know my pickiness. It's not been crashed or painted on or anything like that.
And I love this little winglet. We kind of saw it earlier as he opened the trunk, but there's just certain little subtle touches to it. I've been able to drive some of the Roush ones. None of that. I never hit a supercharged one like this. We had but there was a twin turbo V8 that you guys had at some point back in the day. But
that one with the divorced turbos on it.
Yeah.
That was an angry car. Yes.
and like you said, this thing just drives good. I think that's part of the dilemma people don't really always understand about these Mustangs is
throwing parts at them is not what you want necessarily. One that's
Right.
all you can get in and turn the key and it starts every time. That's what you get with these complete Roush builds.
It's awesome. It's super, super clean. And again, it is the Stage 3. You've got the little logo there. Really unique ride. Well, dude, do you have a number? Is there a number on this sucker?
39.5.
30, dude. Why does that sound so affordable?
It does. I mean, in the world where everything's $100 grand,
Right.
670 horse.
We
for
just shot
39
this
grand.
guy recently, and this thing has like no miles.
Yeah.
So like it kind of understands why it is in the over a six-figure car. But wow, I was really surprised. I was really expecting to hear a 5 before this number, but I guess that mileage kind of increases or devalues it just a little bit.
Just a little bit, but still better than most. I mean, there's a lot of these cars out there that they're asking more than this, but we try to price cars to sell.
You're
them.
trying to sell cars.
Yeah, it's a car, it's a car sale, not a car show.
Well, dude, do you mind closing this thing up? And if you close it up, I'll close out our video.
For sure.
I just want to give these folks the look of it with the hood closed and the door closed. Again, if you're interested in a ride like this, or this ride, I guess, Monarch Showroom is where we're at. Their info is on the bottom of the screen. Bradley Ray is probably the person you will end up talking to or communicating with if you reach out on Instagram, Facebook, or just send them an email through their website. But big shout out to these guys. We love that they're now a part of our regular weekly program, and they're going to always have some really unique rides just like this one right here. So thank you again, Bradley Ray, for having us.
Thank you all.
For my man, Bo Biddle, that is still a Z06. I am Ben Barbour. We will see you guys in the next